Sporting Dog Adventures, run, boy,
That
run.
was awesome.
Everything you
Good
need
boy,
is here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
The Sporting Dog Adventures podcast is proudly brought to you by Soggy Acres Retrievers. Whether you're looking for a black, yellow, or chocolate Labrador Retriever puppy, please check out our website for more information at www.soggyacres.com. You can also email Jeff at sportingdogtv@gmail.com or call 262-215-9683. And remember, everyone deserves a Soggy dog. Hey, welcome to the Sporting Dog Adventures podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Fuller. Today, we are going to start some of our shorter segments for our social media. We're going to make it part of this show. We'll also do our long form that we always have had, which right now we will talk about what a weird year it has been dog breeding. So this year, spring came at what I would guess is a normal time, but we were quite chilly. And our dogs were all screwed up as far as heat cycles. I still have 3 girls that were due in season, that have yet to come into season. Litters were later, so we're going to have litters going home late summer into fall, which I always try to avoid, just because, quite honestly, hunting season, and I like to go hunting. It is just been, it's been a different year, and the customer base has been great. We have lots of people that want to get puppies from us, and we appreciate every one of you. We realize that there are a lot of dog breeders out there. We've built our business with customer service. We've marketed ourselves, and we've also treated everyone fairly, and that has obviously done very well for us. But again, we've got people that are patiently waiting, some not so patiently, and it is just, it's been a rough year as far as hoping these girls would come in. I always, when people will call, they'll ask, when is a litter ready to go home if it hasn't been bred yet? And I will completely, I'm trying not to sneeze right now. I will completely be fair with people and tell them, hey, I don't know. There we go. There's a sneeze. I'll tell people that I don't know. I'll explain to them, the puppy's going to go home probably, like if we were talking now, fall into winter. And I try not to get more specific than that, not because you're trying to hide anything, but just because you're trying to be as fair as you can. You don't want to sell someone on, I have a dog due in heat in April, and then have the dog come in heat in September. I know a lot of places do that. I don't. And this year, wow, it's come to fruition 100-fold. It is just, girls that are supposed to come in just haven't come in. And it's been a rougher year. When you put a deposit down with us, realize that because of that, I can't tell you exact timelines until I actually have puppies on the ground. Because the other thing that can happen, you can have a smaller litter. This year, it's been all or nothing for sexes. We've had all boys and then all girls, where we've got this huge disparity in percentages. In the end of the year, it's going to come out 50-50, but nothing has cooperated with us this year. So we get people that are anxious. And I always tell people, once the puppies are born, we make sure they're viable. We take them to the vet. They get their dew claws off, have the vet check to make sure they're viable, and then we let people know. Why do we do that? Well, it's because the last thing you want to do when you're selling someone a dream and having people that are that excited is have to tell people later, hey, we had a puppy pass, or we had a puppy that had a birth defect. We don't have a puppy for you. So it is trying to protect you from yourselves so that we don't put you in that position, because I understand how hard that can be. Heck, I deal with it myself when I have a litter that I'm excited about to keep one out of. The other thing that we always tell people is don't pick a vacation time until we let you know when they're going to go home. We can't tell you the exact time, exact weekend they're going to go home until they actually are born. You have a window when you breed dogs, and it is probably 3 to 5 day, if not more, window for when litters will go home. So if a puppy goes home, because we do the first week Saturday after they turn 7 weeks, if a puppy is born on Sunday or Tuesday, that's a full week difference in when a puppy would go home, because they have to be 7 weeks old before they leave the property per our state law, and that's what's best for them. So we're going to give you probably close to 7 weeks to get your plans made. So keep that in mind when you're putting the deposit down. And all we ask is that you're patient. We're going to get you a pup. We're going to make sure you're happy. And we just want to make sure that people understand it's not that we're trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. It's that we're trying to be as fair as we can when we're dealing with stuff. So that's it for this part of the show. Next up, we're going to have a talk that we used for our TikTok. If you haven't been on our TikTok, check it out, as well as our social media where we've got Facebook, YouTube, we've got X, Instagram. We've got all of our content on there, but we're actually making shorter form videos for our social media. And we're going to talk about coat colors in labs. We're going to talk about some of the realities of it, how it works, some of the wives' tales out there, and we will go from there. So, hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Please watch the next segment and tune in for our future episodes. Take care and God bless.
Welcome to Boucher in Janesville, where customer service is our #1 priority.
Our customers come back to us because of the experience that we provide for them.
We're here to make sure that we find you the right car, one that fits your budget, and do so in a timely manner.
When we say we ride with you every mile, it means we care about you and how you are treated.
Estamos con personal que habla español en los departamentos de servicio y venta.
Our certified technicians are here to help you with all your service needs.
Visit us today at Boucher.com.
At Boucher, we ride with you every mile.
If you love the shooting sports like I do, you need to check out our friends at Mech Outdoors. They have fantastic products, whether you're looking at shot shell or metallic reloading, or you want to get yourself a clay thrower so you can practice up for the season. For more information, check out their website at mechoutdoors.com. Hey, welcome to the Sporting Dog Adventures podcast. So we're here, we're on our TikTok channel, we're on our podcast channel. We're doing a few things at once. I apologize if it's a little rough, but it was the easiest way to do multiple recordings at one time. We'll see how it turns out. What I want to do is some short videos that will go through tips, tricks, and maybe some wives' tales out there in the dog world. Figured it'd be a good chance to connect with our audience and explain things that I've learned in dogs so that you have it for yourself. My name is Jeff Fuller. I have Soggy Retrievers, and I have been breeding dogs now for, I hate to say it, 25 years, which makes me officially old. In that time, I've picked up what I say is a wealth of useless knowledge that is a lot of questions people will have that are very simple on the answers. So I figured in short form, we could answer them, put out some wonderful content, and give you something to look forward to a couple of times a week. We also have a litter that we are going to follow that is due in a couple of weeks. And once we get this perfected, we will go through and talk about that as well. So the first thing I wanted to go through was where you hear the premise that people will say in different colors of Labrador Retrievers that color means something as far as the dog's ability, temperament, size, etc. So first, what most people don't know is that there are 3 colors of Labrador Retrievers. There's black, there's yellow, and there's chocolate. Your black is obviously black. Your yellows will range anywhere from a whitish, almost cream, to a fox red, a dark rust colored, and chocolates will range from a deep chocolate to a lighter chocolate colored. Black is the dominant color. So when you think back to when you're in school with Punnett Square, you have big E and little e, and that is where the dominant color is the big E. All dogs are going to carry that color. And the recessive colors are the little e, which are yellow and chocolate. So when we look at producing a litter of puppies, if you bred, for instance, a chocolate to a yellow, and they did not both carry those genes, because both, to have that color show in a litter, would have to carry either both carrying chocolate or both carrying yellow. If you bred a chocolate to a yellow that only threw those colors and didn't throw the other color, you would have a litter of all black Labrador Retrievers. Now those puppies would be trifactored, which would be they would carry all three colors, black, yellow, and chocolate. But if mom doesn't throw chocolate and dad is chocolate, and dad doesn't throw yellow and mom is yellow, it reverts back to the dominant color, which is all black. So kind of an interesting thing. When you get into the shades of yellow, you will have a spectrum. If the dogs are in that spectrum, like we will breed a darker red to maybe a medium, and you will have all within that spectrum from a darker red to a middle tone yellow color. I don't breed the light cream colored ones, but if you bred a light to a light, you would likely have mostly lights, or if you bred a light to a medium tone, you would have something in between. Puppy coats and their colors are determined as they get older. So with that said, if you have a chocolate puppy, they will be a certain shade of chocolate, but as they get older, they will get darker. So that is just what I tell people when they look at a fox red litter. They're going to probably be the color of their ears, and it's the same with chocolates. They're going to get darker. They're going to be the color of their ears. I would guess through all of this in these years of breeding, it's just because their puppy coat is shedding out. Their puppy coat is temporary, so that's why you're getting a lighter colored coat. Could be more to it than that, but that's what I've always thought. As far as ability, there are many out there that will say blacks are stupid or stubborn or the best dogs in the field. Chocolates are stupid or hyper. Yellows are lazy. I've heard everything in the dog world. My favorite color is chocolates, which that's kind of one that's been thumped down the most, talking about how they don't have ability. When it comes down to it, when you're looking for a dog, color does not matter, because you need to look at your pedigree. And when you look at your pedigree, that is going to show your ability. When you look at pedigrees, you'll see the titles, MH behind a dog's registered name, like Soggy Acres, Sherman's March, MH. He also runs an HRC, which is a title in the front, HRCH, Soggy Acres, Sherman's March, MH. Those are titles to show field competitions. And if you're looking for a hunting dog, that is what you're going to look for in the pedigrees. You want a 5-generation pedigree to have multiple titles in each generation, because that is showing you the ability. Buying a hunting breed does not mean you're getting a hunting dog. You need to look at the pedigree first. Once you get into color, again, I've had people that have told me my whole life that chocolates are not intelligent, not great hunting dogs, and I will say the same thing to them. They'll have their dog, I'll be like, well, let's run a competition. We'll put my dog against your dog, put $1,000 on the table. We'll see who wins it. We'll have it judged. My dogs run at a high level. Yes, they are highly trained. Yes, they run competition, but they also have great drive and ability. I have no difference between my black dogs and my chocolate dogs and what we're selling, because we're selling something that's going to have high drive, great temperament, great natural ability. So again, find the color that you want, pick that color, make sure it's got a great pedigree, and then go from there. You're not going to get a dog that is more hyper, calm, etc. because of color. Think of it in the sense of you can have all three colors from two different parents in one litter. So if you have all three colors in one litter, how could the hair color just be different? Guys, be careful on this one if you're talking to your wife, but it's the same as saying that a blonde is not very smart. Again, does she then get smarter if she dyes her hair? No. It just comes down to the pedigree, comes down to the ability of the dog, and the breeder you're getting that dog from. I hope that helps you. I hope you guys enjoy these quick takes here on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and the Sporting Dog Adventures podcast, as well as our other social platforms that we'll put this out on. Please check us out every couple of days. And do me a favor, if you're watching this, let me know where you're from, what your favorite color lab is. Put that in the comments. Talk to you later. Have a great week. It's Jeff Fuller from the Sporting Dog Adventures podcast, and I need a little help. Please stop what you're doing and give us a 5-star rating. Follow us on the platform you're on. Give us a thumbs up. And above all, share our podcast with your friends and family. Our podcast will grow even more, and we can get more people involved in the sport we love with dogs in the field. The Sporting Dog Adventures podcast is proudly brought to you by Soggy Acres Retrievers. Whether you're looking for a black, yellow, or chocolate Labrador Retriever puppy, please check out our website for more information at www.soggyacres.com. You can also email Jeff at sportingdogtv@gmail.com or call 262-215-9683. And remember, everyone deserves a Soggy dog. Hey, it's the last part of our show. It's our tip section. Remember, now's the time to get your dog in shape. Make sure you're doing it when it's not super hot out. Get weight off of them, cut their food back if you have to, get them in shape, get them ready for the season. We often go into season, if your dog is in their prime, you just expect they're going to perform. But as they get older, like we do, they need more time so that they're ready for being out in the field. Get them in shape, take them for walks. A great way to get a dog in shape, Labrador Retriever in shape, is to swim them. Get them out there, get them swimming, but always keep in mind, even in water, dogs can overheat. People don't realize when I used to own a pond, I understood it. The top 18 inches of water on a hot day were extremely hot if you don't have an aerator running, which that turns the water over, brings the cold up and mixes the water. That hot water can lead to your dog, even though they're in water, overheating if they're running too much on a really hot day. So keep that in mind, get your dogs in shape, and get ready for the upcoming hunting season. Hope that helps. Everyone take care. Have a great day, and God bless.
Sporting